August. And this morning, he is joining us on the Now Morning Show to take us on a walk. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Williams. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you, thank you. Good to
Dave,
be
which
here.
part you was walking?
You see?
Oh,
We
that's a
started
question.
nice and soft and you just come up.
The name, so I guess we're going to why the show is that.
I want to
Why
know.
the show
I'm
is that.
curious.
There are a couple of things.
Very interesting.
One of the
name
things
for a
is, Oloda Ekiano, a slave who was freed. They took him from Africa to Barbados, to the UK, to America, to the UK. He wrote a book of him being taken from Africa. And it's basically, and his sister, they weren't walking, they were just playing. And they come and they take them. And the next one was a song from Donna Summer. And one of the key lyrics in it is, I was walking. And those things kind of popped into my head, and I said, that's the name of the show. And that was a few months ago. And so that was it. Also is a walk backward into my journey as a choreographer. So I'm remounting a lot of works that would have been solo works that I did on myself, now remounting it on other people, multiple people, younger people, better looking people. And so that's the first half of the show, and then it's where I want to be kind of going in the second half of the show. So this walk is really a journey in a number of ways, including from that whole slave identity, emancipation, and the show is the weekend after emancipation.
Sitting.
So I started kind of go deeper into that kind of zone.
Well, I'm glad that you're taking us on that sort of journey, because a lot of the times we know that choreographers exist, but the large part of the body of work we may not necessarily experience. In many instances, you don't necessarily get the credit or even to professionally exist as a choreographer. A lot of people have side jobs to sustain themselves. So generally, in terms of this body of work, we are looking at condensing how many years of choreography professionally?
205.
See?
30 plus.
30 plus. He's like, I don't want to give away my age.
30 plus. Oh no, I always give away my age. I'm pretty old. You're the same
I
age
know
on
get
the show.
involved in that part.
I'm 58.
Nice.
So
But the movements of an 18-year-old. Let's go.
let's leave it at that. Let's call it that. 18 movements.
So in terms of the actual order of things, granted that you mentioned it's two shows, or first part, second part. Do we mean that the 2 different days will have 2 different shows, or it's one show with 2 parts to it?
On the both days, same show.
Alright.
And that's a Friday and Saturday. We didn't get the Sunday, so the 4th and 5th are Fridays and Saturdays, not Saturdays and Sundays as people are usually used to, and 8 p.m. is the show.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Queen's
Tell
Roll.
me about the aspect of it where you're taking work that you would have done for yourself and done on yourself, and now you're transposing that to other people. How was that process for you? Because I know a lot of people struggle with that in terms of, I did it a particular way and I expect it to be done a particular way. How do you translate that and get it to be as good as you would like it to be, but it is not you?
Well, that's an interesting question, because you only start to see you have the idea, let's do it, and then when you start to do it, you see that all of these people, one, their body is not hooked up the way your body is hooked up. So certain things that you could have done, etc. But it was a solo. So if I'm doing it on 8 people at the same time, I'm now trying to get not 8 identical me's, but 8 solos together. So they have to work together, but that their own energy, their own spirit, those kinds of things have to be emancipated, have to be liberated. So that's really very interesting. And how do you give somebody the right, because a lot of times we don't get that as choreographers. You do what as dancers, the choreographer says. So sometimes some people, it's not so easy to do what you think it is. How I give you the right to do that. So that's is an interesting process.
Who are some of the people performing in the show?
The dancers, we have a whole batch of dancers. We have, I don't want to leave out anybody, we have Kaylin, we have Natalia, we have Elliot, we have Nick, we have Zidane, we have Kwasi, we have I tell you, I don't want to leave out anybody.
I don't know why you start to call me major.
going
Just say a
down,
whole heap of dancers.
a whole heap of people and assisting me. Kevin, Jack, and Luana, who have been dancing with me for years, they're helping me bring it all together and to recall some of the work that we did that's not necessarily on video.
That's what I was going to ask about as well. Is that is there a way that you document or notate a choreography to be able to say, I'm going to save it for future use?
Yeah, the official Laban notation, that's where you write it like music with the movement, the force of the movement is very intricate. But since video came up, you could just videotape the dance. But a lot of the dances, sometimes they're not
professionally trained
because
like that.
I didn't pay that much attention when while doing it. So sometimes you have to kind of use recall, and we have some fuzzy videos as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So things would have evolved. It would have been like based on what you remember it to be, but you would have tweaked certain things to.
In my choreography, I keep, it's annoying for people, it's worrisome for me. I keep always changing right up until the lights go, and so.
Ah, boy.
And he is not telling any lies, ladies and gentlemen, because I've worked on shows with Dave.
Oh, boy.
I understand.
Well, on that
Dave, where can we get tickets?
Yeah, let's get those tickets, get those lights on so they stop changing.
Ticket Dave. Ticket
Anik,
Dave.
tickets are available right now at the box office Queen's Hall, or you can call 681-8070, and you can go to Instagram. I Was Walking TT, Instagram, Facebook, and check us out there. Those are the ticket places.
Alrighty, so then we walk into the Queen's Hall on the 4th and
walk and
5th of August.
Walk and take a seat.
Walk and take a seat.
Yeah.
Dave Williams is going to be showing us some of his life's work, and we are happy to have you do so. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
You guys,
Thank
we might take a walk outside to feel warm because the studio is really cold, but you can stick around and feel the warmth of the morning show when we return after these messages.
You're stepping great.